Consider the following formula. Which of the following statements is true for this formula? To solve this question, we're going to need to graph this equation, and to do that, we'll need to label our axes using S and D. Normally, our x-axis is our cause variable that affects our y-axis, or our y variable. So if we look at our answer choices, we can see that S is always the cause of what happens to variable D. So that means we can label our x-axis as S and our y-axis as D. Now we can find our intercepts to graph. Let's start with our x-intercept, or where y equals 0. In this case, when D equals 0. And now we can rewrite our expression, 2s equals 4 minus d over 2. Then we're going to substitute in 0 for d. 0 divided by 2 would just give us 0, so that leaves us with 4 on this right-hand side. Then 2 is being multiplied to s, so we will do the opposite and divide both sides by 2, leaving us with s equals 4 divided by 2, which is 2. And that will give us the first coordinate point of 2, 0. Now let's find our y-intercept, or where x equals 0. In this case, where s equals 0. We'll rewrite our expression again, d over 2. Then we'll plug in 0 for s. 2 times 0 equals 4 minus d over 2. 2 times 0 would just be 0, equals 4 minus d over 2. Now let's do the opposite, add d over 2 to both sides. These will cancel, leaving us with d over 2 equals 4. And then d is being divided by 2, so the opposite would be multiplying both sides by 2. These will cancel, leaving us with d equals 8, or the coordinate point 0, 8. Now I've graphed our two intercepts. We had 2, 0, which meant I went to the right 2 and up 0. And then we had 0, 8, which meant I went up 8 and over 0. Now we can analyze this graph and find our correct answer. Let's focus in on our x-intercept. Everything that is less than our x-intercept has positive d values, or d values that are above the x-axis. And then everything that is greater than our intercept has negative d values. So we can say that when s is less than 2, d is positive. But when s is greater than 2, d is negative. And that will help us find our correct answer. A says if s is less than 2, d is positive. And that perfectly matches one of our statements, the first one that we made. So that makes A our correct answer. But let's go through the other options and see why they were wrong. B says if s was less than 1, less than 1 would be right here, then d is negative. Well, let's put that on the graph here. Less than would be to the left-hand side, and all of these d values are positive, not negative, so B would be incorrect. C says if s is greater than 1, so let's bring that point back. If s is greater than 1, then d is negative. Well, that's partially true, because if we look at all the values greater than 1, some of these are positive, this many values are positive. But once we continue past, then all of these points become negative. So that is only partially true, and that makes it incorrect. D says if s is greater than 1, bring our point back again, d is negative. Again, that's only partially true because it's positive for a little bit here, then it becomes negative later. So that makes it incorrect, and A is our correct answer.